Refugee Hope is a charitable organisation that was set up following students' experience of the current Syrian refugee crisis. While in Jordan, students raised over $4.5 grand through social media to initiate the charity's primary relief project. Now, with the support of the Jordanian partners, Refugee Hope is initiating a series of projects to support the day-to-day struggles refugees are facing in Jordan. We now need people to help support our initiative.
Last September, having taken part of the Majid al-Sadi Changing Life program, we've raised a lot of money to help the Syrian refugee. We've managed to help 82 families in one of the refugee camps, providing them with different blankets for the winter, food, and many other supplies to be prepared for the cold season. One of the main focus of the charity will be to work on different relief projects. To do so, we'll be working with two different organizations based in Amman and Jordan, the Al-Aman Fund and the Majid al-Sadi Changing Life program. That means that we will be able to bring project relief all year long, having people based directly in Jordan. Now, the only thing we're waiting is your different ideas. If you have different idea or different project, or you want to help us, just let us know. We're waiting for you.
Our first Drawing for Disasters workshop ran on the 30th of November 2013. Over 100 Syrian children took part. The programme started out as a social enterprise scheme, where Syrian children were able to create products that we could then market and sell in the UK. This money would then be used for the Relief for Refugees programme or further Majid al-Sadi Changing Lives trips. A secondary objective we found with the workshops was they provided a platform for young Syrians to express their grief. This was done through the art classes and also offered the teams conducting the workshops an opportunity to develop strong relationships with mothers and children in Syrian communities. Carla Leopold said creating art after trauma is one of the ways to help children cope with post-trauma stresses and serves to bring lightness into their lives. One story that came from these workshops was a lady who had a son who was unable to express the grief of seeing his father killed in Syria. And during the workshop, he expressed for the first time his pain at losing his father. Drawing for Disasters is the first step for many of the refugees into the process of reconciliation after a period of complete turbulence.
When leaving Syria, many of the refugees left their lives behind. Now they have to adapt to very challenging circumstances. To support this process, our Skills for Life program will be aimed at educating Syrians and also providing life-critical skills by utilising departments within the university. Of course, this will first require ethical approval and also professional advice and support. Our primary aim will be to develop camp infrastructure to meet minimum requirements of humanitarian response. A few of these will include developing camp infrastructure and make sure sanitation is secure but also safe in order to prevent disease. Another point will be to develop lighting in order to provide a safe and secure environment after dark. And finally, we will be looking to provide transport in order to transport sick patients to UNHCR care centres.
So the play for all aspect of the charity comes from the idea that in the refugee camps, the last thing anyone is thinking about is making sure that the children are having fun. So that's kind of where we come in. We want to bring fun and entertainment into these kids' lives so they get to live what we would call a normal childhood and experience normal things that children experience. So we want to bring sports equipment and play sports with the kids, play games with them and build things like temporary parks at the refugee camps, for example. But not only that, we can then use the other concepts of the charity and install that into the games. For example, we can use educational games to teach them at the same time that they're having fun. And then also another aspect of it is, whilst the children are away having fun and being educated, the mothers and fathers are actually able to take that time with the children away to use the Skills for Refugees aspect of the charity, where they can use those vital skills that they need in order to make sure the family survives. So what we want to do is to continue researching and working with the kids and finding out how they like to have fun and how they can be best educated through these different fun activities.
These projects will support our four encompassing aims: empowerment, sustainability, dignity and hope.